Hey gang, I am sitting down just about ready to give my first bite to this Asian tuna slider, and it's all because of this email. Let me finish eating this first, and I'll tell you all about it. That's good. I got a great email from a gentleman named Stuman who's been a longtime subscriber, and he writes, "Hey Yanni, love your recipes." Thank you, Stuman. However, can you make a section for quick and easy recipes? I love to cook when I have time, but sometimes I just don't have the time. Also, my fishing buddies can't cook. Oh my God, I've got lots of friends like that too. But would probably try a simple and easy recipe. Stuman, fear not, I've got just the thing for you. Right now I've got a bunch of my friends out there fishing for bluefin because they're starting to cross the border and enter our waters. And I was thinking about tuna sliders. So I've come up with an Asian-inspired tuna slider. Next time you're at the Asian market, all you need to get is some rice wine vinegar, some soy sauce. This is soju, by the way. This is Japanese soy sauce. Inexpensive, $2. Some fresh ginger, a little bit of sesame seed oil, and a Thai chili or two, and you're in there, believe me. My name is Yanni, this is Fisherman's Belly, and if you guys, and Stuman, and you and your buddies, if you guys are interested in a quick and easy way of making a tuna slider that's super delicious, hang on, here we go. Alright gang, let's start this all off by making the salsa or the Asian relish. So we're going to take about 1/4 cup of rice wine vinegar. And if you guys aren't familiar with rice wine vinegar, I think every household should have a bottle of rice wine vinegar. I mean, it's got this nice sweetness to it, and whenever I make my salad dressings, sometimes I'll use rice wine vinegar and people will go, "Oh, what's that special taste?" It's the rice wine vinegar. So this is always a great thing to have in your refrigerator. So got 1/4 cup of rice wine vinegar, and I'm gonna get half of that amount, 1/8 of a cup of just ordinary water. Alright, so we got 1/8 of a cup of ordinary water. So here we go with a tablespoon of soy, Japanese soy sauce. Perfect. And now, I need a tablespoon of sugar. And this sugar, this little sweetness, this little sweet component, is what's gonna offset that Thai chili. Tablespoon of sugar. A teaspoon of some sesame seed oil. Perfect. I'm gonna whisk. Make sure I dissolve all that sugar. Okay, next. Okay, now it's time to mince up some fresh ginger. So, I've shown you this before, but check this out. I'm gonna take the skin off the ginger merely with a spoon. So take a look at this. Look how easy that skin comes right off. And this is a little secret that I actually learned in Hawaii. Because they use ginger in everything. It's such a healthy vegetable for you. Cut this off. Okay. Slice this up. Get it as fine as you can. The finer you chop up something like ginger or garlic, the more flavor comes out of it. So, especially since we're only using a tablespoon, mince it as fine as you can. It's worth it. Alright, so now I've got some fresh cucumbers. I've got these smaller cucumbers, but I've got 4 of them, so I'm going to dice them up. I'm not going to peel the skin off. It's nice and tender, so check this out. Perfect. Create some sticks, some really small, thin sticks. Okay, I'm going to grate about 2 tablespoons of fresh carrot for some beautiful color and some beautiful sweetness. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Okay, last but not least, just a couple of same amount of fresh cilantro. Fresh cilantro. So I'm gonna add a Thai chili. Now this is optional because these puppies are hot. But for me, the sweetness of the soyu, which is the soy sauce, and the sweetness of that additional sugar is gonna offset this heat. So if you're reluctant, maybe use a half of one, but I'm gonna use a whole one. By the way, my Thai chili was dried and roasted, so I love the nutty flavors whenever they dry and roast them. Time to whisk. Check this out. Okay, it's time to give this a sample. What a perfect combination. Boy, the heat and the sweetness are just perfectly matched. The crunchiness and the background soyu, oh my God. Anyway, it's time to put this relish, this Asian relish, in the refrigerator and start working on the tuna. Here we go. Okay, so here's my tuna. Let me share a little tip with you guys regarding the cutting board. Check this out. Look what I've got. I've got a moist towel down here, and I'm gonna lay my cutting board right on that, and it doesn't move. And that means safety for my fingers, especially when I'm using a nice sharp knife like this. Okay, so take a look at this. So here I've got a frozen piece of tuna from the processors. Because sliders are small in general, there's enough here to make 4. So take a look, watch this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut them in half this way. So this is the thickness of the slider that I want, okay? And then I'm gonna cut these guys in half again. Okay, now this is the perfect size for a slider. Remember, a slider is a small hamburger size, so that's perfect. Now I'm gonna season it with some salt. I've got a cast iron skillet that I put on a medium-high heat, so it's piping hot. I can put this tuna right on there right now. I'm gonna add just a little bit of sesame seed oil, just a little bit. Okay. And now for the tuna pieces. There's one. This smells so heavenly, it's unbelievable. Gentlemen, this is not going to take long, okay? We're searing this tuna. Believe me, it's going to happen fast. Don't you leave this station. And speaking of tuna, by the way, if you're interested in some more of my tuna recipes, right over here, I've got a complete playlist of lots of tuna recipes. Take a look at this. Check this out. You can see where it's already starting to get white. So that's what you do. You keep your eye on the edges. So I am going to leave the center of this tuna on the raw side. So we're going to be searing this tuna. Wow, look at that. Okay, we're done. This is what? Between a minute and 2 minutes, and that's it? We're done. Now notice we didn't marinate the tuna. We didn't put any special seasonings other than salt on the tuna. And that's because I want to let this Asian salsa, this Asian relish that we created, I want to make that the star of the show. Besides the tuna, of course. So I've got some buns, right? Some little dinner buns that are going to be the perfect size for these sliders. But I do want to toast them, and they don't fit in the toaster. So I'm going to put them in this frying pan. But before I do that, I want to scrape this frying pan, this cast iron pan, and get rid of all the little tidbits from the fish, and then I'll put my buns on there for toasting. So look, take a look. That's one of the beautiful things about a cast iron pan. They're so easy to clean. So check out these buns, these dinner rolls, these miniature little hamburger buns. I don't know what you call them. I bought a package of this at Stater Brothers, and they're just perfect size for sliders. So I'm just gonna use a serrated knife. This is one of my Cuda fishing knives that I used to cut bones with, but it's a serrated knife. I like to keep the knife parallel to my cutting board, and then I just merely cut. You always want to use a serrated knife when you're cutting bread. Perfect. There's 1 and 4. Let's go back to that hot cast iron pan and toast these things. Ooh, I can tell this is nice and toasty. All right, so here's our buns. I'm just gonna toast one side. So, you know, toasted bread is always tastes yummy, but especially what we're doing here, because this bread is just so soft, by toasting it, we're gonna give it some textural contrast. So when we're eating, we're gonna get that little crunchy, toasty part of the bread, and it's all gonna come together and taste wonderful. So it's really worth it to take this additional step in toasting your bread. Only a minute has gone by, and take a look at this bread. That's what we want right there. Oh my God, we're one step closer to assembly time. Let's get going. Okay, Stewman, this is just for you. A quick and easy tuna slider. Look, just watch how easy this is. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little mayonnaise on the bottom portions of the buns, all right? Just a little bit of mayonnaise. Here's the last one. Okay, I'm gonna put a slice of tomato. If you guys know me, you know I can't live without a tomato on a sandwich without a little bit of salt. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now for this Asian relish. Bingo. 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 Boom. There you have it. That's called an Asian tuna slider. It's a miniature heavenly delicacy. I hope you give this simple and quick and easy recipe a try. These tuna sliders will be a hit at any dinner party, at any party, or just when you're by yourself and you want to create, like Stewman and his buddies, you just need to create something quick and easy. Tuna sliders, Asian style. My name is Yanni, this is Fisherman's Belly, and I want to thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope you give this a try. We'll see you guys on the next one. And by the way, if you need the full recipe, just go to my website in the tuna section. You'll find these Asian tuna sliders. Here we go. Oh boy.